Here comes your 90-day fiance. Your 90-day fiance recap. With Allie and Melissa.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News 90-Day Fiancé Recap. I'm Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
This is a podcast where we'll discuss the latest episodes in the 90-Day Fiancé multiverse. We have a Patreon. Our true crime episodes are now only available at patreon.com/webcrawlers for a whopping $5 a month.
Wow.
That's
Steal.
just a cup of coffee, 1 cup of coffee a month.
Yeah, in this economy. Whew.
Yeah. Whew. And boy, are my arms tired. Just like to get your favorite true crime episodes, join us. You'll have so much fun. Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline to be on our mailbag episodes and join that amazing community. The number is 626-63-420-69. Nice. So before we get into the episodes, let's get into some hot goss.
Oh boy, this kind of went mainstream a little. It was on TMZ.
I heard it was on the news. Yeah, it's crazy. Do you want to get into the story?
So Brandon and Mary from last season, was it before the 90 days? Or what?
Yeah,
I don't
they were
know.
They were in the Philippines, right? She was in the Philippines.
They
She
were obsessed with each other. She wouldn't let him get off the phone.
Yeah, they had to FaceTime all day long, and then their wedding was swarmed with locusts.
Oh yeah, the fucking bugs, which was a bad omen.
You're
so,
right.
Mary has been having like stomach problems apparently.
Yeah.
And went to the hospital, and they just had a baby like 6 months ago or something.
Yeah.
And she posted that she has colon cancer. And they did a whole, it's not a GoFundMe, it was like a get funded, like some sort of cheap GoFundMe site where they raised, I looked at it, it was like $1,700. But it was based off of her, from TikTok. She saw a TikTok video.
Yeah, but people didn't know that though at this time.
Right.
And people thought that she was diagnosed with
people
colon
donated.
cancer.
They're like, holy shit, this is so sad. Turns out she was never diagnosed with colon cancer. She just thought she had it
From watching
TikToks. And she keeps posting pictures of like scans of her abdomen and colon. And there's no sign of colon cancer, and like all the paperwork, nothing says cancer.
Yeah. It turns out what she had is hemorrhoids.
Yes.
And I think a UTI.
Yes, that's what she had. That was the official diagnosis.
Yeah, who among us?
But what makes it for sure a scam is that the picture they used of Mary in the hospital with an IV is when she gave birth, because her hair color is different. It's dark.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, people are like, oh my God, she used the picture of her in the hospital from giving birth as like a picture of her, because her hair is like, she bleached her hair. It's like super light now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And she showed the prescription that the doctor gave her, and it was for Tums.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
it
she
was for
wrote
magnesium.
An apology, or like Brandon wrote something like, just for the record, she wasn't diagnosed. She thought she had it.
Yeah.
And then she like posted an apology that was like, I'm sorry for my anxiety. I just assumed I had it.
Like, listen, I do that all the time. Like, I'm on the text with you and Maria every time I get an ultrasound being like, I
what
have
is
something.
This? What is
like,
this
what
spot
is this?
right
I
here?
have it. Yeah. And then like we're all on the internet Googling stuff. But the difference is I don't start a GoFundMe.
No, that would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
That's crossing the line. So
yes.
We all have anxiety over medical stuff. We all text our friends. We're all worried. But you don't try to extort money from people before you know what's going on.
Yeah,
you know,
like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And I think that she needs like medical attention for her psychiatric issues.
Yes.
I think that that's the root of all of this.
I'm sure she does have severe anxiety, but like the most severe anxiety.
Well, we've seen it. We've seen her hyperventilate on the show and need her inhaler because she couldn't stop hyperventilating. Like,
she needs Lexapro, Ativan.
Yeah. And that could be the source of her medical issues, you know? So it's just, I don't know. I feel bad for their kids. I hope that
know.
This background with my headband and my earphones, like my head keeps disappearing into, I don't know, if you're a patron, like I look crazy. But anyways, so should we get into the episodes for this week?
Yes.
All right. So 90 Day Fiance, season 10, episode 17. Nikki and Justin, not a lot going on with them.
No, it's their last day, or Nikki's last day in Moldova.
Yeah, she's going back. Justin is blow drying his hair, and he's wearing a shirt that has Nikki on the back of it. But what was so funny is Nikki kept being like, "What are you wearing?" And she's like, "When did you make that? What is that?" And I assumed it was like her merch that he had bought or that she had bought for him.
Right.
It appears to be something he has made.
Also because it's like off center. It's like on the back of the shirt, like towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Like he for sure went on some website and had it made.
Yeah, or like Moldovan Kinko's and like got it printed. It's ridiculous.
Insane.
Also, I mean, we see this every episode because it says where the person is from. I never realized that Nikki is from Hoboken, New Jersey, which for some reason is really funny to me, given just her personality and who she is.
It is very funny. I think she claims like New York, or like she talks about New York. It's like,
yeah, she's like
Jersey.
Los Angeles, Paris. It's just like, you're from Hoboken.
Hoboken.
Like, isn't that like where Jersey, like the home of Jersey Mike's? I don't know. It was just funny to me. They had sex. Amazing. Finally. Well, not even finally, because they're having sex once a week or something, apparently.
Right.
So.
And I feel like it was Justin being like, okay, I'll do this.
Yeah.
This is her last day. I got to keep her. Got to keep her coming back.
That's what's so awkward about events is when you feel the need to have sex, like Valentine's Day, birthdays, anniversaries.
It's weird.
I'm always like, I'm full. Whenever it's an event and you've had a big dinner, it's like, that's when I least want to have sex.
Yeah, no, not after, especially not after a dinner. You're like, I just want to go to sleep.
No, yeah, like I'm bloated. I don't want any of this nasty business. So I don't want any of your nasty business on me. So they say goodbye to Justin's mom, and his mom like gives her some stuff, some like heirlooms or some gifts. And Nikki's saying how nice it is to be accepted as a trans woman by a cis straight man's family who's from like a small conservative town, that it like really means a lot to her. It's very rare, and she cherishes that and wants to hold on to it. They go to the airport, they do the whole like, oh, like I miss you, no, I miss you, I miss you, and going through customs or whatever and like waving through the glass. And I guess it's going to be they have to do the K1 and wait to see each other again for that to be processed, and who knows however long that's going to take.
Yeah,
I'm like, is he going to be faithful through that?
No.
Are they going to be? I'm like, no. Yeah.
We're going to do this whole thing all over again where she comes back and he's been like, well, you know, we didn't say we were exclusive. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. They're just sex friends. It's going to be doomed. Doomed. It's going to be this whole thing over and over again. But I'm glad they ended on a good note. That's at least nice. Rob and Sophie, do you want to get into them?
Okay, so Rob and Sophie are at the gym working out.
Fit fam.
Fit fam. Hashtag fit fam. It's 5 days till the wedding. They got to get in shape. And Sophie is going to meet her mom to pick out flowers.
Nice.
for their wedding.
Seems a little soon. Like close to the
Right.
wedding to be picking out flowers.
Is it?
Not soon. I guess late is the word.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure for your wedding, 5 days before, you weren't like, okay, now let's figure out flower arrangements.
No, that was like 6 months before.
Yeah.
Everyone on this show, they do things last minute
It's
for
so
the wedding,
chaotic.
and it blows my mind.
It's so stressful.
But yeah, like they're all chaotic themselves. So like,
Yeah.
I just can't imagine anyone planning. If someone on the show plans a wedding like a month ahead of time, I'm like, wow, good job.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rob drops off Sophie, but he doesn't want to come in to see Sophie's mom because he's an immature little Rob the knob.
There is one time when I was in my abusive relationship and he came to my house and he wouldn't come inside. We were in Los Angeles going to a Dodgers game and I had to stop by my parents to get something and he didn't come inside.
Yep.
And that was like the one time I was like, this guy's trash.
That's weird.
Like, he won't- yeah, it's weird. I'm like, that's not a good thing.
No, that's always
Not
a
a
bad
good sign.
sign.
Yeah, not a good sign.
Yeah. So, but they're picking out flowers and she's like, wait, I don't know what the color scheme is. Like Rob's sister is doing it. I think it's pink and blue. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean?
Bonkers to me. Bonkers.
Crazy. And
It's
so
your wedding.
Yeah, she's like, okay, so it's like, I guess it's like baby blue or like light pink or whatever. But she's looking at like bright pink roses. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't it.
No, she's like, I think it's pink and blue, but I'm not sure of the shades. And then her mom's like, I think you've told me baby pink before.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, I don't know. Rob has the photos. And her mom's like, text Rob and get information for
Yeah.
your wedding. Why aren't you prepared? It's just so weird.
Also, it's like a beach wedding, I think. Like,
yeah.
where, I don't know. It's so
Also,
fucking
no
stupid.
disrespect to anyone who's had hot pink roses. Like, I'm sure if you've had hot pink at your wedding, I'm sure you did it in a way that was
yes.
aesthetically pleasing. Mm-hmm. Not for me.
No, I didn't. No, I did not have hot pink. I had very
No, I don't mean you.
earthy
Yeah.
tones. Oh no, but yeah, that's just
Any
not,
listeners who had hot pink at their weddings, like I'm sure it was beautiful, but
Yeah.
hot pink at a wedding,
It's a
not
choice.
yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice.
It's a choice. It's a choice. So Sophie's mom is like, are you guys fighting or whatever? And Sophie's like, well, no, because like, you know, we're just avoiding talking about things. Huh?
yeah,
What do you mean?
yeah. We can't fight if we don't talk. That's
Yeah. And then, for reasons I don't understand, Sophie is planning on staying at Rob's house with them the night before so they can leave early for their wedding in Santa Barbara. What do you mean? I don't understand.
I don't understand it at all. I don't understand anything.
I don't know. So like Sophie's mom gets there and I'm like, where's she supposed to? I thought like Rob and Sophie were leaving and the mom was going to stay there. And I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
all three of them are staying there. It's
Why are they
weird.
not at a hotel?
I don't know. It's so weird.
bizarre.
And Rob's like being super rude to Sophie's mom. Like she gets there and he's just like sitting on his bed on his phone, like doesn't even look up, doesn't even like offer her like, oh, do you want a drink? Do you want to sit down? Can I take your bag? Can I take your coat? Nothing. Just sits
Yeah.
there.
And he says to the mom, don't say anything about how small or crowded my
Yeah.
studio is. You know, I don't need any of that before the wedding.
Crazy.
It's like, okay, freak.
Yeah, like I don't know why she doesn't stay in a hotel. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's
It's
just,
very
I mean,
strange. So then he's blowing up a tiny air mattress for
woof.
her. Like a twin-sized mattress, blowing it up with like a hand pump.
Oh, God.
Like that thing's for sure going to be deflated by the morning. Also,
Yeah.
why doesn't he sleep?
I was about
on
to
the
say,
mattress
yeah,
and the
you
mom
sleep
sleep in
on
the
the
bed.
floor. So disrespectful.
Yeah, it's so rude.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
has
know.
no
I wouldn't
manners.
sleep. I wouldn't sleep in there. There's gonna be like roaches and bugs crawling all over her. I don't.
Not in a million years. No. But then on a lighter note, Gino and Jasmine, couple to the stars. It's finally the wedding day. 3 years in the
Finally.
making.
Wow.
Yeah. Jasmine looks gorgeous. She's getting her hair done. And she FaceTimes her sister because, of course, her family can't be there. Unfortunately, they're in Panama. And she FaceTimes her sister to ask how she looks, to say she misses her. And it's a really sweet moment. I think Jasmine looks beautiful.
I do
I
too.
think she could have done her hair herself.
It's very simple.
It's simple. It's just, it's parted down the middle and then put
And then,
back in a bun.
little bun.
Yeah, like I wear my hair like that
know.
almost every day.
Yeah.
So that was just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But I think she looks
good.
gorgeous. Yeah, they're getting married at Cornman Farms.
They got Corn Man in the mix.
The Cornman, yeah, DJ Cornman. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. It's so stupid, but Cornman Farms. And she's getting ready with Gino's sisters, I guess, or it's his.
yeah.
I know one of them is his sister. It might be, and the other one might be like the wives of brothers or uncles or something.
sister-in-laws or something.
Yeah, but they're all being super sweet to her, and
Yeah.
it's really, really cute.
Yeah.
One thing also is that Coco the dog
Yes.
is there and in a suit.
Yes.
Is Coco boy or girl?
I don't know.
I thought Coco was a girl.
I thought Coco was a girl too.
Girls can wear suits.
Absolutely.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
We love Boy Genius, but I just thought
I don't know.
just
Maybe Coco's a boy.
I just didn't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Non-binary. We don't know.
Exactly. So Uncle Marco, Uncle Marco goes to say hi to Jasmine, and she's like, "Hello, Mr. President. Like, you look amazing." Like, she's feeling herself today. So Uncle Marco walks Jasmine down the aisle, which is very sweet. Her family is watching on Zoom.
Yeah.
They give, I'm going to start crying. They give the sweetest vows.
Yes.
Gino cannot get through his because he's crying so much.
Yeah.
And then what does Jasmine say? Jasmine's like, there's 2 days of your life that are most important. The day you're born and the day you find out why. And Gino, you are my why.
That's so nice.
And I was like, girl, what blog did you find that on?
I
That
know.
was
Where did you
good.
steal that from? That's
Yeah,
good.
what Instagram post was that on? That's
know.
good. I know
That's
you
an
didn't make that
Instagram
up.
post.
Yeah.
She wrote that down. She's like,
Yeah. She bookmarked it. She's like, that's good for the vows.
That's good.
And then they take some pictures. Gino does not know what to do with his hands. Bless his
oh my
heart.
God, he's so awkward.
He's so awkward. He's just doing like T-Rex hands.
Yeah.
Jasmine begs for one without the hat, and he does it, which is true
doesn't
love.
look bad.
No, he just needs to tan his head so it's the same color as the rest of his
Yes.
face.
And he has that little like hair patch in the back.
He needs to shave that. Or
I think he's
wax
just
it or
holding
whatever.
on to that. I don't know why.
You're not fooling anyone with the fedora and the hair
If
patch.
he just shaved that, it would look totally fine.
Yeah, he'd look normal. I think he looks fine bald.
Yeah.
They have a really nice, I don't know time of day, but it's either a lunch or a dinner after the wedding. And Jasmine is wearing Gino's like suit jacket, which because she's cold, which was cute. She looks adorable. And she says she's making a toast saying that, the best gift of the day is that she feels so accepted by everyone and loved. And then she's like, and also we have an announcement.
Yeah.
And everyone's like silent. And they're like, say it. And basically they say that they're going to try for a baby soon, but not right now. So
Okay.
the thing, though, that's confusing everyone is that
Right.
Jasmine has deleted all pictures of Gino from her Instagram.
I think, and I was on Reddit today just reading people's opinions about it, and people think it's not true that they broke up. They think they're still together, and Jasmine's just doing this to like
For like PR publicity?
yes, to make people like interested and want them on the next season. So I don't know what to like. There isn't an official breakup.
No, there's no
Yes.
statement.
It's just she keeps posting photos of her like in different cities by herself, but
Alone, yeah.
but nobody knows the timeline of this. So
And
people
a
think
lot-
she's doing it on purpose.
A lot of lingerie shots.
Yes.
But as we know, she has an OnlyFans. So, maybe this
Right.
is just publicity for her OnlyFans to get
They're
subscriptions
on the next
up.
season of Happily Ever After.
Right. So another thing I read on Reddit is remember people saw her with Mike from the previous season
Yes,
On-
in New York.
in New
right?
York. People think that maybe she like is dating Mike from the previous season, but I think that that's stupid. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is all for publicity, like you think.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
We'll see.
Next couple.
Oh, speaking of OnlyFans,
Oh, right. I saw this.
Clayton's sister Brandy, who we all like and who was very fun
Yeah.
at the bachelorette party, she's on OnlyFans.
Who isn't, I guess?
I know, right? Like,
I mean, we're not, but it seems like every reality show person is.
I know. I mean, go get it. Go get your money.
It seems like she's new to it.
Yeah, it's new. And I feel like you can kind of tell how much money they make based on the likes, maybe.
Yeah.
So like she's got 20-ish likes, 23 likes, $15 a month. That's like 200 what's 15 times 20?
The top is our likes hearts.
Yeah.
It says 145 for me.
That's in total. And I'm looking at each photo.
Oh,
Because someone could have liked multiple photos. And I think
Got
23
it.
is the most amount of likes. I don't know. She's just starting off,
Yeah.
making $350 a month. A
We
little
love
extra
an
money.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, not bad. But yeah, it's the day of Clayton and Anali's wedding.
Oof.
And Anali's talking
Or
to her
is
mom.
it?
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun. She's still not sure about getting married. I don't think she wants to get married because she hates Clayton. But
Yeah, I was going to say from day one.
She's like, well, I'm here in this country. I don't, because I feel like if she goes back, like she can't come back unless she gets another visa. She's like,
Yeah.
I might as well just.
It's complicated.
Yeah. She's upset about the stripper thing still, which like, yeah, Clayton sucks. He sucks.
Yeah, but for her, like, I don't think it's a stripper thing. I think it's just not liking Clayton. For Clayton, I think it
Yes.
was a stripper thing. For her, it's just, I don't like this guy.
Yes. She's disgusted by him.
She's disgusted by him. She has the ick. From day one, she had the ick. And once you get the ick, there's like no recovering from the ick.
No.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
a problem.
her mom is like, not good advice, I don't think.
No, she's
It's
like, go
you
through
have
with
to
it.
like, you got to stick with this. And like, no, you absolutely do not need to stick with that. You don't need to like,
Yeah.
follow through. It's like, well, this is 2 years of your life invested in this. You should go through with it. Like, what? That's the worst
Yeah.
advice you give to someone who doesn't want to get married.
Maybe it's because her mom wants to come for healthcare or something, even though
know.
people don't realize America has the worst healthcare ever.
I know.
Okay, this has nothing to do with 90 Day Fiancé.
Is it the video you posted on Instagram?
Yeah, about
In
Thailand.
Bangkok? Yeah. Oh, I watched that.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I saw this insane video about Bangkok, Thailand, and it's like for $300, you get this incredible. You go to the hospital and you get a full physical, and they give
Blood
you
work?
blood work, like ultrasounds, X-rays, stool sample, like pee sample, like everything.
Yeah.
and it's $300. They speak English. There's food.
Yeah.
There's like a buffet.
It's like a spa.
Yeah, they give you robes and slippers. It's crazy.
And I was reading comments. The guy posted, well, someone's like, well, how much does it cost to fly there? And it was like $1,500 round trip.
Yeah.
And that's what, like 18, whatever. So it still is cheaper because all that stuff would cost like $3,000 to $4,000 without insurance here.
Yeah, and people made a good point. They're like, you can't get an ultrasound or any of that stuff in America unless there's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
And even then, you might not be able to get it. I don't know. It was just incredible.
Yeah, fascinating.
Anyway.
I saw that and I was like,
I know. I was like, going to Thailand. So stay tuned for Melissa and I's sponsored trip to Thailand.
Just to get some blood drawn.
Yeah, the Bangkok hospital.
Okay, Anali, she wants to leave. She wants to fly back to Peru. And she's just in bed, just like not getting ready for the wedding.
Yeah, it made me so anxious.
I know. And then Clayton only slept 3 hours because he's obviously stressed out. And his guinea pigs were like fighting all night. Making noises.
Do I know that struggle?
So then Clayton goes to the church or wherever they're getting married, and he's there with his friend Cameron. They show a plaque that he made for his older brother.
Oh yeah,
like on the seat because he died 5 years ago in like a horrible car accident.
Yeah, he died suddenly.
It's so sad, and like Clayton starts crying.
It's
so sad.
It's so sad. And I also feel so bad for this groom of honor. What is it called? Like his
groom of honor.
His
best man.
His best man.
The groom of honor.
I've been to a lot of weddings. His best man who like does not even know Clayton. And this is like the first time they've met or the second time they've met. And he has to deal with bride not showing up, like crying over dead brother. It's just so fucking awkward.
And then Annalie's mom texts Clayton because Clayton hasn't heard from Anali all day.
Yeah, not responding.
And then his mom texts him. Anali says, you don't want to marry her because of the stripper thing? Or it's confused. Like it doesn't make sense because it's translated weird.
Yeah, and it's like Anali says you don't. Well, that's what it said in the preview. It said, or in the commercial for coming up, it said Anali says you don't want to marry. And then in the show, it said Anali, like you need to not boss Anali around, or you can't always be getting angry at Anali. Like, I don't know. Basically, the mom was reading him the riot act.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
But like Clayton's like, I don't know. I guess she'll show up. So like he gets ready, he puts on his suit. All the guests start showing up, and he's just
so
like
uncomfortable
standing up there. And it's like, 30 minutes passes, she doesn't show up.
Yeah.
And like, I just like, is he not calling her? Is he not texting her? She's just not responding, I guess.
That's what I'm so confused. Why hasn't anyone driven to her, or has he called her more than once, or what is going on? Like, go check her on her ass and see if she's coming to the wedding or not.
Yeah, don't just let everyone sit there. Also, like, I love that most of the wedding guests are wearing like jeans and hoodies and like flip-flops. Yeah,
this is the whole thing ain't right. The whole thing ain't right.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. A wedding that was kind of oddly sweet, Citra and Sam.
Yes.
So it starts with Sam saying, "Here I am, Muslim, for 2 hours and already messing up." Because he had the pastor who was going to officiate the wedding, but Citra's dad says no, because he might read like a Bible verse or something, and it can't be a Christian wedding since they're Muslim. So last minute, he has to find someone to marry them.
Like, can't they just tell the pastor or whatever, just don't say anything religious, don't quote the Bible or anything?
That's what I would think, but maybe it's the fact that he's in the church is problematic.
Yeah.
So I can't remember who says it, but someone says like, why doesn't your brother Luke just do it?
Yeah.
He's ordained. And Luke agrees to do it.
Yeah, Sam's
And-
like, he is?
Yeah, like what? And the craziest part is that then the pastor shows up and he greets Sam and, says, hey, Sam, super excited for the wedding today. Such a pleasure to be here. Let's go do this. And Sam says, actually, there's a problem. We're Muslim, and so we can't get married. And, I'm just going to have my brother do it because it can't be a Christian ceremony. And the priest is like, okay, so I'm not marrying you.
Right. And why didn't he just call him or text him so he didn't drive all the way out there? Like, is he still getting paid?
And then he just leaves. Well, that was my question. Do priests get paid to officiate weddings, or is it just something the church does for free?
I don't know. I would assume they get paid.
Who officiated you?
Our friend Joe.
Bill Nye or something?
Bill Nye.
Oh,
No.
Joe, the one I know?
Yeah, Joe.
Joe, the one I know?
Joe, the one you know. Yeah, he just... And it was
that's
like...
so nice.
Yeah, he just read I think he just got ordained like online or something. And
Yeah.
it was whatever, yeah.
I kind of want to
But like
Google
you don't
that real
really
quick.
need someone to ordain. You like we went to the courthouse and signed paperwork weeks before.
Well, right.
So we were married.
How much should you give a priest?
I would pay them $100 for like gas money.
Yeah, so I guess
Their
it's
time.
if your wedding is in a church, then it's included in the price of the venue, but then you
Oh, right.
you tip or something. $200 to $250 for the
Yeah, that
priest services.
seems right.
Weird.
I wonder if they should at least pay that guy for driving.
Yeah, I mean that's fucked. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
So the pastor leaves. The wedding is actually very cute. Citra looks beautiful.
I know.
She's really pretty. The brother is wearing a backwards hat to officiate.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, I wonder if this is where the magic happened between Luke and one of Citra's sisters.
That's what I was looking at them to see if because she was
also-
a bridesmaid.
She has two sisters though, right?
Yes. And I don't know
couldn't figure out which sister.
I know. I couldn't figure out which sister it was, but I was like, oh, is this where they fell in love? Because they're engaged
Yeah.
now and getting married.
I know.
Or if they married or whatever.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Citra was cute. Citra was like, oh, our wedding's just like the TV show Friends, because I didn't watch Friends,
Chandler
but
and
did
someone
Chandler
married-
officiate
Someone,
Rachel
yeah.
and Ross's wedding or something? I don't know who got married or whatever, but she's like, because Sam's brother is marrying us. It's just like the TV show Friends, which is what America is the TV
It's
show
really
Friends.
funny.
Sam got a new ring for her and proposes
Right.
again. And it's the happiest day of Sam's life. They get very excited that they finally get to have sex. Sam says the pipe burst. The pipe was
Oh, yeah.
the lid is off the cap. The dam has been opened.
They've been waiting for this for months.
Yeah. People noticed on Twitter, I guess, Sam's fly was down the whole ceremony.
I saw a picture of that. I couldn't. It looks like it could be down.
Yeah, which is my biggest nightmare in life.
Yeah.
But
They
what can
seem
you
very
do?
happy.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for them.
I actually do think they're pretty cute. I don't think we know whether or not he goes to jail or not. Is that like public record?
Oh, I feel like we would know if he did. There would be like some sort of article.
So maybe
about
he
it.
didn't.
I bet he didn't. I bet they were kind of just playing that up.
Yeah,
for the
maybe he
show,
got
too.
off for good behavior. So next we have the Single Life episodes 7 and 8 from season 4. Do you want to get into me in 30 years, Debbie?
Yes, I would. So Debbie is waiting on Ruben to pick her up for another date.
Ruben the Groovin' Cuban.
Ruben the Groovin' Cuban, and Debbie's talking about how she likes the big panoramic assault of the senses. Like she likes big things and like loud things, and she's excited. She's super excited for her life. And Ruben comes to the hotel, picks her up in one of those like Polaris 3-wheeler cars.
Yeah, it's insane.
I hate it.
I hate it
so
too,
much.
but it's totally, it's her and it's Ruben and Debbie
Yes.
in a nutshell.
It was either that or like a PT Cruiser he would show up in. Like
they're flamboyant.
They're flamboyant.
They're weirdo and flamboyant.
And then Debbie's son is like there in the hotel, like looking out the window. He's like, well, I don't like that. That's unsafe.
Yeah.
And he takes a picture of the license plate. Like he's for sure going to run it.
Yeah. He's like, her hat's going to fall off. He's like really worried
So
about
funny.
her. Ruben, he's dressed. I mean, he always dressed crazy. I was trying to describe, I was like, he looks like a stock photo
You know
of
that guy
a magician off duty.
Yes. Because he's wearing, his hat is like, has every different color that exists, like swirls on his top hat.
Yeah.
And like he reminds me of that. Who's the guy that has the question marks all over his suits? That like
The Joker?
commercial? No. From that like infomercial.
No, that's the Riddler.
The Riddler.
No.
That infomercial guy who like wore the question mark. Like he has that kind of energy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, he's wearing like, okay, so it's almost, his shirt almost looks like it's watercolored and it looks like a sunset kind of thing. But then there's also black and white gingham on the collar and the sleeves. And then he's wearing like zebra print sunglasses.
Yes.
He has a mustache. Or no, that's not even a mustache. What is that?
A Fu Manchu.
Sure. And then he's wearing
A goatee.
rainbow print hat. Safari hat. A rainbow print safari hat.
Yes.
I don't even know.
It's just
I don't even know.
you know, he just, whatever he's
He's a
feeling that
Halloween
day.
costume.
It's a Halloween costume.
Oh, you know who he is? David S. Pumpkins. He dresses like David S.
Yes.
Pumpkins.
He is David S. Pumpkins.
Not on Halloween's. He's an off-duty David S. Pumpkins.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Stupid. So she tells Ruben, she's like, oh, by the way, my son is here and he's a cop. And he's like, I hope he doesn't interrogate me.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, why? Because you have like warrants out for your arrest in like every state. So they go to meet Ruben's parents, which is funny because like they're in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah, they're like fully adults. Yeah.
And his dad they're probably like what, 70s, 80s? In their 80s, maybe. They're very old.
Debbie's 67, and I think Ruben is 57.
Yeah.
Because I think Ruben's younger than her, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he looks younger than her.
Yeah.
So they're for sure in their 70s at least.
Yeah.
Maybe 80s.
Probably 80s, yeah.
Yeah. And his dad is like just very quiet watching TV at home. And his mom is in the hospital because she had a bad reaction to chemo the night before because she has
that's so sad. Yeah.
pancreatic cancer.
That's horrible. Yeah.
And so that's why Ruben moved back home with his parents to take care of them. That's why he lives with them.
He's really sweet. I
He
like
seems
Ruben.
very nice and normal. Like meeting his dad, and he's just like, his dad's like, yeah, he's just like such a great kid, and like he just seems really nice.
I think he's been very chivalrous and sweet and
Yeah.
kind to Debbie so far. And clearly they're both family people because Debbie's
Yeah.
very close with her son. He's close with his parents. I don't know. It could be a match.
It could
They might
be,
be
but
soulmates.
Debbie would have to move to Miami.
Yeah. So
Ruben's
that's
got to take care of his parents. So that's
a
the
little
only,
bit of an issue.
Yeah.
She'll have to open up her alpaca farm clay studio somewhere in Miami. Then we have Natalie.
Oh my god.
It's October apparently.
It is.
That's the one thing is that there's never any sense of time. in 90 Day
Right.
Fiance until a holiday comes up.
And you're like,
so
okay,
that's
great.
why, so now I know where we are.
2023, probably.
Yeah.
It's good to know these timelines.
Yeah, so we know that because it's Halloween and they go to some sort of Halloween festival or something.
Yeah.
And I guess they don't have Halloween in the Ukraine.
Right.
But what about the bad guy?
Excuse me? Who?
Krampus. Where's Krampus from?
Where's Krampus from?
Oh, no, Krampus isn't Halloween. Krampus is Christmas.
Krampus is Christmas.
Sorry, I just got confused because Krampus is scary, so I just thought it was Halloween.
Oh, yeah, Krampus
Yeah,
is
Krampus is Christmas. Krampus is Christmas. Hashtag
Yeah,
Krampus is Christmas. Okay, so
Hashtag,
anyways,
yes.
there's no Halloween in the Ukraine. So she and her mom are at this like Halloween festival and they're so excited. They think it's so
her
cool
mom
and
is
pretty.
like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, she's like, ooh, there's so many pumpkins and sweets. It's really cute. I feel the same way about Halloween.
Yeah.
The mom wants her to have kids soon and says, you know, like, you need to figure out this Josh situation stat. Because I think Natalie's my age. I think Natalie's 38 or something.
Yes. I think, around that.
Right. So Josh, they're not spending Halloween together because Josh is in Arizona with his kids doing Halloween stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie says they also won't be together for Christmas because he's going to be with his kids. And Natalie doesn't understand why she's not invited. And I'm like, because you're not dating. Yeah, because he's not your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me that she doesn't understand that or that hasn't been clearly articulated.
I know. It's weird. I don't know that if she's like in denial about it.
Right. Or if
I
he's
don't
not
know.
being explicit about like, we're not there yet. You're not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. I feel like he's probably leading her on.
For sure. I also think it's crazy is she says, you know, I moved to Los Angeles for Josh.
Right.
And I didn't realize it was for Josh. I thought she
didn't
just wanted
either.
to live in Los Angeles. Why would you move your ass to a whole other state for someone who's not your boyfriend?
I didn't realize that either. I thought she just moved because she wanted to.
Yeah. I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
So Natalie is going through her dating history in a confessional.
Yeah.
She has been married 3 times before.
Yes.
So her first husband, and we know this because she's talked about it before, he was very rich. And
she was 22 or 23 when she got married.
yeah, she was really young. She was in her early 20s and he was very rich. And I think she blew up the relationship. She was the one who ruined it. I think she was not really ready to like settle down and have kids. And he was like a rich businessman. Mm-hmm. Her second husband was a military guy. And I think he kind of like bossed her around.
Yeah.
He might have been a bad guy. I'm not sure. The way she explains it is kind of weird.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah. So they got a divorce. And the third guy was Mike, the 90 Day Fiance guy from Sequim, Washington.
Squim.
And they're not divorced yet.
Right.
So Natalie decides that she's not getting what she needs from Josh. And she decides...
been, like, ignoring her lately, like not responding to any texts.
Yeah, because his friends had an intervention with him being like, you love to save these like wounded women and rescue a hoe, and you need to like figure your shit out and figure out why you're with Natalie because I think she's using you. Mm-hmm. And so Natalie meets up with Josh at Shenanigans Irish Pub in Long Beach.
I made sure I paused it to see what the menu said. I'm like, where are they?
That's so funny.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't hear him say this. He says, what does he say?
He's doing like his little interview. He's like, I'm just, I'm in my feelings. And I'm like, you can't say, you're 42. You can't say I'm in my feelings.
That's rough. Yeah. That's no good. Yeah. And they basically like get in a fight and call it quits. First of all, instead of, he's sitting and waiting for her and she like walks straight past him at first, which is so weird. She's just such a child. But he's like, I don't think I can give you what it is you're looking for or what you need. And she calls him weak, and they get in this whole fight. I don't think I saw the rest of this. Do you want to get into this other part?
She calls him fucking weak and
God.
she says that she's not interested in seeing him anymore. It's kind of like, oh, you fired me? I quit.
Yeah.
And Josh says he thinks that she needs something different and whatever. They're like, Natalie's crying, and then they get up and he's like, well, can I get a hug? And it's like, oh, don't. Oh,
I hate that. I like feel
so
that in my bones.
gross.
Yeah.
Can I get a hug? No. Then they leave. She leaves, and there's a tree outside, and she like gives the tree a hug, and she's just like standing there crying, hugging the tree.
Oh boy.
So
oh
sad.
boy.
And she's like panicking because she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. What do I do now? And then the preview for next episode is that her and her mom are going to a fertility clinic because she wants to get her eggs frozen.
How's she going to pay for that?
I don't know, because Josh was paying for her apartment and her car, or gave her a car.
Gave her a car. Yeah.
Like, she's got to pay for the insurance on the car. Like, she's got to pay for rent now. I think that's why she's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. So
get a job. You gotta get a job.
Yeah, and it's not going to be at that chiropractor office. Not anymore. Then we have John. He is picking his girlfriend, Meghan, up from the airport, who he's been dating for 6 months, and they met on Instagram. So it's Meghan's first time on an airplane, which is crazy. She can only stay for 1 day because she has her daughter who she has to get back to. And she says she can't commit to moving because she says if John, she wants to know if John can commit to moving to San Antonio after this weekend they spend together. Like, if she's like, he can't commit, then like we have to end it, because she's been single for 7 years. She should probably end it anyways.
Yeah.
John's room is messy. He keeps his clothes in suitcases because he doesn't have like his own place. He's a couch surfer. The brother's house. He's at his he used to be with Patrick and Thais, and now he's with his other brothers.
Right.
He doesn't have his own place to live.
He just stays in their extra rooms and keeps his clothes in suitcases.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's a drug addict and like gambling addict.
Yeah.
He's in Vegas. I didn't see this. He has a mini replica of the Titanic.
It was just on the shelf, like at the Titanic. I'm like, why does he have that in his room?
He must have gone to the Titanic Museum in Vegas, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Since he's a Vegas local. Yeah. So they go out to dinner with Thais and Patrick, and it's beyond awkward.
Oh my God. It's so
also
bad.
Good payback, because John interfered with Thais and Patrick's relationship so much that I'm kind of glad that Thais got to kind of meddle a little bit in his. They tell Meghan that John is like a man-child.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what Meghan says, something like, oh, Patrick says, is John good with your daughter? And Meghan says, yeah, he's great. And Patrick and Thais start hysterically laughing. And Meghan is like, am I missing something? What's the joke? Like, why are you guys laughing? And Thais is like, John is like a man-child. Like, it's going to be having a second child with John. Like, he's the most irresponsible person I know. And basically like pulling the wool off of Meghan's eyes.
Yes.
That's not a saying, but
it is.
You guys know what I mean. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. And they ask Meghan if she wants more kids. And Meghan's like, yeah, I'm hoping for a second kid. And they're like, well, just so you know, John is adamant about never wanting a child. He does not want other children. He does not want a baby. And Meghan did not know any of this information.
No.
Because basically she and John have met up once to have sex in hotels, and otherwise they just like text and talk on DM. So,
and John's like, I said I never wanted a baby. Not that I don't want a kid.
Right.
And Meghan's like, ugh, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what a waste of time.
Yeah. So she leaves being like, I have a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I don't really know where this leaves us. And he drops Meghan off at the airport because it was a 1-day trip, which is awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then his car starts smoking.
Yeah, it starts chain smoking.
Something's happening to his car, so he has to pull over and like lift up the hood. He's like, God, could this day get any worse?
Yeah, he's just a loser. He's the definition of a loser.
He's a loser.
Yeah. Do you want to get into Tyray, sweet baby Tyray?
Oh, Tyray. So he meets up with Teresa to go on like a spooky New Orleans tour.
Yeah.
And I was trying to read her shirt. Her tank top, it says,
oh God, yeah,
voodoo, booze, and besties, because she's in town for her friend's bachelorette party.
No, I think they're just on a girls trip.
Oh, just a girls trip.
Yeah, I love that she's wearing stuff that she clearly bought on the trip. Yes.
I thought it was fun. I was like, oh, she bought that shirt in New Orleans.
Yeah, like she threw up on her other shirt or something. And she came straight from a like bayou tour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I just got back from like a gator. She's
on the go.
Gator bayou tour, yeah.
So they have a tour guide named Ricardo, he is bringing the heat. He is explaining all these spooky places. He's like reenacting things and like stabbings and.
Also, I was thinking, don't we have a listener who does ghost tours in New Orleans?
I believe so. Is it Magadoodle?
Oh, is it?
Or wait, is it?
I was trying to think. I was like, who is it? But if you listen, let us know if you know this guy who's giving the 90-day Fiance tour.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they do the ghost tour. Poor Tyray is just sweating through his shirt because I'm sure it's fucking hot in New Orleans. It's humid.
It made me
it's
feel
so uncomfortable.
Sad. I know. It was embarrassing.
And then they go get lunch. And Teresa's like, you ever had a Pittsburgh salad? Which sounds
I like the idea of it, though.
It sounds like a sex thing.
I know. Has anyone done a Pittsburgh salad to you? But it's where you put
fries.
French fries on your salad.
It's kind of like croutons.
Yeah, she's like, it's just like croutons. It sounds good to me.
I bet it's good. I bet it's good.
Actually, have you ever been to Spitz? That also sounds like a sex thing. But... It's like a Mediterranean restaurant chain. There's a few of them, but they have something called the like Donner. It's maybe called the Donner salad, but it's just fries and then like a salad on top of it.
Oh, I like that.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Huh. So yeah, Teresa, they're talking and Teresa's talking about how she's like, I'm on a long journey to find myself. And that means like, I don't know what I want. I don't know.
Well, she just got out of a 7-year marriage.
Yeah.
And she's in the military.
Yes.
So I don't think Tyray is going to be her boyfriend.
Yeah. But they exchange numbers and she seems like very nice and sweet.
Yeah.
Like she seems genuinely interested in him.
She does.
Like as a friend, I think, not romantically.
Yeah. She's like, if I'm ever in your town, like let's meet up. So I think that was the vibe. I'm just glad he wasn't catfished or stood up.
I know. He gives her a hug and he's like, I wanted a first kiss, but I didn't get one.
Sweetie. Yeah. Speaking of first kisses.
Oh, right.
Tim is on a date with the girl he's seeing. And I don't know how long they've been seeing each other, but they've definitely been on multiple dates and have been talking.
Yeah.
And so they just finished their weird double date dinner with his ex, Veronica, and the guy she's dating, Jamal. And this girl is begging for a kiss. Like, she's dying for one for whatever reason. And Tim is so reluctant to give her a kiss, does not want it.
Yeah, always like an excuse. He's like, well, I just ate. Like, I don't know if I want to kiss you.
Yeah. And then finally, this girl just plants a kiss on him.
Yeah.
Like, if a guy did that to a girl, we'd be like, no, like that wasn't consensual. But she had to do it. Like this, she was never going to kiss her or let them kiss.
Yeah.
And so finally they kiss. Listen, you know what? I'll leave it there.
They kiss.
Tim's terrified. Tim's terrified of women or something. I don't know what it is.
He's got something's going on.
Sun's up. That's all I'll say. Sun's up.
But they kiss.
They kiss, so that's good.
That's pretty
Veronica
much it.
and Jamal, I don't even
yeah.
remember seeing.
It's them driving home from the date, and they're just arguing about how Veronica and Tim are too close still. And Jamal's like, it's weird. And Veronica's like, it's not weird. And then that's kind of all they argue about.
I blinked and I missed it.
Yeah, it's boring.
There's Chantel.
Oh, boy.
Who's at like the Grecian snail eating festival or something?
Sort of. They're like, oh, we're going to a harvest festival. Like her and her friends, they're like, oh my God, yay. And they have like 2 days left in Greece, and they get there and it's like outdoors, like long tables, and it's like mostly old people there, like a lot of older people. And turns out, it's like a snail festival.
Yeah, it's like a snail eating thing.
Snail festival.
And she's like, I don't eat snails. And she tries to, and she's like, it tastes like snot. She spits it out, which is the most American thing ever.
And like Giannis is there with his two friends. And he's like, he's like, he got the ick. Instantly.
Yeah, he got icked hard.
He's like, I'm not, he's like ignoring her, talking to his friends. He's not into her at all.
No, I think it was always about just like being on TV, and that was interesting. Like, oh, this girl from America on a television show. Let's hang out. Like, let's hang out with her. That's kind of fun. I don't actually want to develop a relationship with her.
No.
There's a video of her circulating where she doesn't have makeup on, and people are saying she looks so bad and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And I think she looks pretty without makeup. I don't know why people are going crazy. It's her getting hair extensions, and I guess she's bragging about how she gets her hair extensions at the same place Beyonce gets her hair extensions. Like, cool. But people are like, oh, wow, like, this is why filters and makeup should be illegal. And
what?
I'm like, people just haven't seen a woman with no makeup before. She looks totally normal.
Yeah, what? That's crazy.
I don't know. And I don't even like Chantal. I actually hate her. But... I don't hate her. I don't like think about her. But anyways, that's it for this episode.
Yeah, that's it.
If you guys know any insider information, please call and let us know. I feel like there's something else we wanted people to call about, but now I don't remember. Anyways, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you live in New Orleans and know who gave that spooky ghost tour.
Oh, do you know Ricardo?
Yeah. Oh, that also. Anyways, I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks. Bye.
Oh, it's another 90 day fiance, baby. Oh, it's another 90 day fiance.
Powered by Acast.